This is kind of a weird video to make. The reason being because over the last couple of weeks, there have been these pretty big rumors and leaks stating that Rockstar are actually working on GTA 3, GTA Vice City, and GTA San Andreas remakes. About a year and a half ago, they acquired a totally new development studio that are known for remaking games. And lately that has sort of been teased by various GTA leakers. Now we still don't know if that's actually going to happen, but it's weird because while we were talking about that over the last couple of weeks, two of those games, GTA 3 and Vice City, were completely reverse engineered. You may be wondering what that means, and in this video I'll explain why that's actually a pretty awesome thing if you are a GTA fan. Now, reverse engineered is not the same as a remaster. It's not the same as a remake. Like a remake, this remake we've been talking about, ideally it would basically mean GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas with modern textures, modern graphics, modern gameplay. Basically imagine playing those games, but it looks like GTA 5. That's what a remake would be. That's like what everyone, I think, would want. If that's going to happen, yet to be seen. This reverse engineer, though, this basically means that the entire source code for GTA 3 and Vice City are out there. Like every single line of code that it takes to run those games is now available to the public. Now, it will definitely be interesting to see if Rockstar decide to go after and cease and desist these developers who've basically reverse engineered their games. I'm gonna be honest, I don't exactly know if this was legal or not, because technically, obviously, GTA Vice City and GTA 3 is like, it's owned by Rockstar. I don't know the legalities of it, but for the time being, this is all out there. And I'll leave a link to the page if anyone out there actually wants to dabble in this stuff. I'll explain here in a minute what this means and why this could be good. But a little history just to sort of give you guys, I guess, how much work went into this. This project, like it's stated, was started in 2018. And he says from 2018 to 2019, they only had reverse engineered about 10,000 lines of code. And they estimated the final game has about 200 to 250,000 lines of code. But then because of the pandemic, it says they sort of had a lot more time to work on this, and that's why it eventually got finished. But that's kind of crazy that these developers, like these handful of people, reverse engineered upwards of 250,000 lines of code for this game. Actually, probably for both games, both GTA 3 and Vice City. When you go to the page, you'll see this. This is the intro that it sort of explains everything. And one of the first things that having these games reverse engineered means to normal people is that these games will be playable on more systems, whether that's previous systems that they've never been on or future systems that we don't even know about. It says it's been tested and works on Windows, Linux, FreeBSD, x86, AMD 64, ARM 64. I believe technically these games could work on the new MacBooks that have come out. I know Apple has their own chipset, and I think it works on the ARM architecture. So that's one of the biggest positives for this reverse engineering. The game code now exists in a state that's sort of easy to rewrite and alter and port to other systems. You can see they mentioned it's been ported to the Switch, the Vita, even the Nintendo Wii U. And I guess they're trying to get it to work with the PS2 and the Xbox. And as far as what this does differently from the actual base game, they do have some improvements. I mean, for the most part, it's literally the entire game as is, but they do have some minor improvements that make things better. Like for Vice City, for instance, one of the improvements is no loading screens between islands, a bunch of camera settings that are better, a rotatable camera, obviously that's a lot better. You have some rendering things, some more map options or menu options. But as far as what else, that's where the possibilities are kind of endless. Now that the source code for GTA 3 and Vice City have been released, basically, it means that people could theoretically integrate more like modern stuff in it. You could have more modern lighting effects, more modern rendering effects. You could tweak mechanics that mods originally could never touch. There are files that are for the police AI, for car handling, you know? Every mechanic that's in these GTA games, those files are now there. I've seen a joke, it's like, they should take, or CD Projekt Red, the people who made Cyberpunk, should take the AI from Vice City, the police AI, the driving from Vice City, and put it in Cyberpunk. Obviously, that's not how it works exactly, but it is funny that I guess maybe that's a possibility in some way, at least. But yeah, with this, in these games, someone could fix the way engine or vehicle engines behave. They could take the code maybe from Vice City or for bikes in Vice City and then implement that in GTA 3. They could add building interiors, different other vehicles like planes and helicopters in GTA 3. Like, again, the possibilities are really endless here. Now, that all sounds great. I think though, realistically, because these games are kind of old, I don't know if there are going to be that many like modders out there trying to do some of those things I mentioned. But it is pretty awesome that now these things could potentially happen. Now on their page, I read they're also doing this for the Liberty City stories. And it'll be interesting maybe like in the future if they decide to, you know, move to other GTA games, maybe GTA 4, for instance. Although GTA 4 and of course even GTA 5 are going to have a lot more lines of code because they're a lot more complex than those older GTA games. But this is actually pretty dang big in the world of GTA. If you're a hardcore GTA fan, honestly, these games, those particular games, GTA 3 and Vice City, will be literally around forever now. No matter what we're gaming on in 50 years, there will be someone who puts these games on those systems. So whether or not we get that remake from Rockstar themselves, we'll at least always have the original. So let me know in the comment section what your guys' thoughts are on this. I know for a lot of people this doesn't mean a whole bunch, but it is kind of funny how while we're sort of getting all these leaks and rumors about the GTA or the older GTA remakes, it's like someone's like, here's the whole game basically, and you can do whatever you want with it. Again, hopefully Rockstar don't like send a cease and desist after these people, because I think ultimately this is good for the community, but it will be interesting to see. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please drop the like if you did enjoy, subscribe for more GTA content, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one.